Greetings to another video. Today I want to share with you everything that I take on road rides for pretty much every mechanical possible. So this has been like accumulated over so many years because I've had so many mechanicals that I've not been able to fix. And I'm like, at the time I'm like, right, I need to buy that, I need to buy that. So every time I've had like a bit of a nightmare with a mechanical, this is what it's accumulated to. So this is everything that I take. So it's all in this little toe peak bag, this little saddle bag, and I like this one because the pump actually fits in this bag as well. So let's have a look what's in here. So the first thing is the pump. I really like this pump. It is a toe peak race rocket, and the reason that I like it is because look at that, I love that, because I've done like so many, I've messed up so many valves in the past with the ones that are just like rigid. Because when you're pumping them up, you can kind of move them around. I've just messed up so many valves. So this is perfect for like being able to pump it up without messing the valve. Although I did mess up a gravel valve. I pulled the core out, but I'll do a separate gravel video of the things that I take for that. But yeah, and this is really good as well because it gets really good high PSI. So I can get about like, I think it's 9, I think, does it say 90 on it? I can get like pretty high with that. So yeah, I really like that with not a lot of effort. I mean, it's always an effort. It's always a bit sweaty when you're like pumping up your road tire. But anyway, good little pump. Next thing, the main thing is multi-tool. I actually love this multi-tool because, and also the main thing that you need to make sure that you have on your multi-tool is a chain breaker. We'll talk about that in a little bit, but yeah, just make sure it's got a chain breaker on it. And also the thing that I like about this, actually I think this is called the Hexus, also toe peak, not sponsored by them, but I just like their stuff. It's these. They've got tire levers on the actual multi-tool, and they are I think they are the best tire levers I've ever used because they're so small. I challenge you to not be able to get, is that the right way of saying it? Basically, I think you can get any tire on or off any rim. And I've had some like tight fits that I've been able to get on and off. So I really rate those. And yeah, I like that little multi-tool. Inner tube. So yeah, just make sure you've got an inner tube with you, at least one. So if I'm doing anything, I guess if I'm doing anything like a 200, I'd probably take 2. But I always repair them, unless obviously the valve is broken. But if it's just like a puncture in the actual rubber, I'll just repair them because it's so much cheaper, better for the environment, and yeah, but it's really easy. So I'll go on to the patches in a sec. And this is a tire boot. So these are made by Restrap. There's actually glue in the middle. And what a tire boot does is basically if your tire like tears or like blows on a ride, I've had that happen in the past, I'll go into it in a minute. It basically like you put that on the inside of the tire just to kind of seal it and cover it over. You can use like a £5 or a £10 note, 20 or even a 50 if you're feeling a little bit rich. Or you can use a gel wrapper, or you can buy like a specific tire boot that will pad it out. But I've not had to use these, touch wood. But yeah, in the past I had that happen. It blew. Basically, I'd not lined up the rim brake properly. It rubbed on the tire and then it had blown, and I had to get a taxi back. But from then I was like, right, I need to have a tire boot because I had nothing on me that I could use as a tire boot. So yes, save yourself some hassle and getting a taxi home by just getting a tire boot. Next thing, this is my favorite little thing. Look at this little bag. I love it. It's like Christmas. So the first thing is like your repair kit. So these are patches and glue, and there's like a little metal thing to basically like scuff up the tube so that the glue will stick. And these are made by Pro Bike Tool, and I bought them off Amazon. I always take about like 4, and yeah, that's them. Simple. Oh, also, when you repaired your tube, what I do just to make sure that it has fully sealed is, so I glue it, leave it for a little bit, and then like overnight, I'll basically pump it up. So that's a bit aggressive. I pump it up and then leave it on like a door frame or something, just hang it up somewhere and make sure in the morning it's still pumped up the same. So, because if you get up in the morning it's completely flat, you've obviously not sealed it properly, like you've not repaired the puncture properly. So that's just a little tip. Next thing is speed links. You see those? So these are so important if you snap your chain on a ride, and that is why you need a chain breaker tool. So if your chain snaps, use a chain breaker to remove the broken chain links, and then you just reattach your chain or get it back together with the speed links, which are these. Make sure that you get the right ones for your chains. If it's 10 speed or 11 speed, make sure it's specific. But I always take 2 sets. So one in case I have a really bad day and my chain snaps twice. Touch wood again. I don't think I've had a snap chain before. Or, and this is the main reason I have it, is so that I've always got one for me, and if I ride and come across someone that's got also a snap chain, I can help them, give them the speed link, let them on their merry way, and then I've always got a backup as well. So that is why I take those, and they're so small and light, you don't even know you've got them. So that's those, and then this is like the little cherry on top that you just have to get today. If you don't buy anything else today, go and buy this today, and it is your rear MECH hanger, and it is specific to your bike and your frame. So honestly, like, these are designed to bend and snap, so it basically, if something happens, these snap, so it just protects your frame. So that's what your rear MECH is all attached to. And yeah, you just have to. And the amount of people that I know that have been away with their bikes, or they've snapped on a ride and they're just like, I couldn't do anything because I just get home because I didn't have a spare one. And they are quite like not hard to get hold of, but the bike shops don't sell them. You need to get one directly for your bike and your frame. So yeah, just get them. I think they're about £20, but I always have a spare one. Also as well, make sure, because I've done this before, and look, I didn't need it, but making sure that you've got the right one for your bike. So if you've got different bikes, so that's like my gravel bike. The gravel bike is a different one than this is my road bike one. So make sure you know which one's which. And yeah, just always have one with you. Because I actually had this happen on Land's End John O'Groats. On the first day, it snapped. I was on a climb, it snapped, and I was like, oh my gosh, what am I gonna do? I don't wanna get the broom wagon on the first day. This is just terrible. And then I remembered I did carry a spare. However, then I realized, oh, I think I left it in my tent because I didn't pack everything up. I was in like a rush that morning, I think, and anyway. And I was like, I don't think I brought it. Like, I have it with me, but just not actually on the bike. And then I checked in my saddlebag and it was there. And I felt so smug. I was like, I can just fix this. It's gonna be fine. Got the chain back on and then just carried on. Didn't have to get the broom wagon. So that is a massive, massive bonus, because otherwise you just have to either use someone else's bike or rental bike or just not be able to do the rest of your ride. No one wants that. So for the sake of 20 quid, just go and get one today. And then the final things are just a little bit of medication, just some tablets. So I've got paracetamol, got 3 of those, because I read somewhere, and I heard this from quite a few people, not to have ibuprofen when you're like exercising. I think it does something extra, I don't know, I don't know, something to do with your heart. And also I've seen a lot of people when they're doing like ultra endurance stuff have ibuprofen and then just like swell up. So I don't know. I mean, you choose whatever you want, but I would take paracetamol. And the other things I've got are antihistamines, because once on a 100k into it, I got stung by a bee or a wasp or something on my leg, and my leg just like, it did not like it. It did not react well. It just got all red and was really itchy, and I still had like another 300k to ride. So I was like, oh, I wish I had an antihistamine. So I always have them now. And then the final thing is just, this is just very light. I mean, they're so small and light, I just take them. They're water, what are they called? Like water cleaning tablets, I don't know. So if I'm out and I'm only in like a river, or like, it's more for gravel riding if you're like off-road, but I take them in my road bike kit now anyway as well. Sorry, that just trailed off. But that's pretty much it for this video. So if you've got anything else that you take, leave them in the comments below, and that is pretty much it for this video. So thanks so much for watching, and goodbye, farewell, and go and buy a rear MECH hanger now. Do it. I'll leave links as well to the things that I've shown, and yeah, see you next video.